just impromptu video where I just talk about how I'm feeling. Now I'm not liking my mustache. I have such pretty body, but my face does not look that pretty to me right now. I'm talking about right now. And there is just pores on my face. My hair could be better. My mustache could be gone completely. I wouldn't mind that. Essentially, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I want to talk about is what value I would like to offer. Okay, so I'm saying to people that, okay, I help you open up socially, I help you improve your social life, I help you improve your social skills. uh yeah, it is somewhat related to how to win friends and influence people. It's a great book that I recommend to every. It's okay, it's theoretical knowledge, and concepts are really good. People generally need more than that, because the book does not talk about social anxiety, and the book does not talk about self-limiting patterns, self-limiting thoughts, and these kind of things that block you unconsciously, subconsciously, and sometimes even consciously. How to get over those anxieties, patterns, and thoughts. So for that, there are various techniques that people can use. I do not recommend going up to a girl and start talking, because you will end up shitting your pants. Maybe you will make things really awkward, and it may not turn out well for you. So what I recommend is starting slow. Like, you don't have to talk with a girl you are attracted to, or you don't have to talk with a boy that you are attracted to in the first. So what you do is you talk with people who you are not attracted to. Why? Because even if you screw up and they decide to not talk with you, you will be fine with it, because you'll be like, okay, anyways, it's not like I was attracted to you, or it's not like I wanted something out of you. So I would recommend talking with a CEO of a company who you really wanted to talk with, or something that so something, I don't know, like talk with an old guy, talk with a little child, talk with an unattractive who you think is not sexy, you know so what happens when you do that is you build your muscle of practice. Like, you kind of hone your skills also. But essentially, a machine, like, when it's not being used for a long long time, so we have these neural patterns in the mind, right? So this skill of social interaction, the pathways that are used in social interactions with people, you have not used those pathways for a long time, and the machine is all greased up. And the thing about the human brain, is that you can, like, any day decide to like get it to work, and it will work. It'll just require some practice. So start small and, like, do it. So this is one technique, which is start small. I would like to call it start small. In my experience, is what has helped people a lot is, like, going for a dance, going for movement therapy, like, something that makes you go in your body and not in your mind. So what I mean by that, I don't mean that, oh, lose contact with your mind, but it's just that, like, we are so used to using our minds and not our bodies. What I mean by that is, okay, our work is all mind now. Hardly we are doing physical work as professional, like, unless it's some athlete or some uh, physical, like, most people, I'm talking about most people who are doing, like, work related to the mind. So that is all mind. Then I don't know, they are not, most of their life is going in work. I think, like, work is the biggest social anxiety and stuff, because you are all the time being in the mind. Like, the social anxiety and the fears, this all resides in the mind. So once you once you just get a practice of not being in the mind and, like, being in the body, So you can think, you can be in the mind, as in you can put a lot of energy in this part of your body, this part, and not the rest of the body. So, but when you do things like dances or the sound therapy or the contact improv, the stuff like that, you start to use the rest of the body, and not just the head. And then the social anxiety starts to go down, because again, it can only reside in the mind. So it's about where you are focusing your energy. Are you focusing your energy on just your mind, or are you focusing your energy on the body? I mean, yeah, if you were some person who was like physical labor all the time, have not done any mental work, then I would not recommend this to you. But like I said, most people, they are only using their minds. They are not even like, okay, they are not, maybe they are doing 1 hour of gym. In that also, I don't know, like, I don't know, half the time you would have thoughts. Like gym exercises is like, okay, you are doing the same exercise every day, so it's not even like you have to be aware of what you're doing. It just happens in the background, and in the foreground your thoughts are going on. Okay, what, how my muscles will grow, how this girl will like me when my muscles will grow, and those kind of things. So essentially what I'm trying to say is, you are still in the mind. So, but these exercises, these dance movement and stuff like that, its sole objective is to listen to your body. So like, just try, if you want to, like, just start small in this. You can, like, just when you're walking, just be aware of the where your body is feeling pressure, where you're placing your feet, the sole of your feet, how your hand is moving. This is a small thing, small practice for you to start. Although this would be boring, I guess. For me, it would be boring. I don't know for you guys. Yeah, start small. Like, you can start small and then do these kind of things. These movement things. Start being getting in the body, and yeah, this is the second thing. Start getting in the body. Third thing I would like to mention is, we have this innumerable filters. We somehow, we are made to believe that what's coming from our heart is impure. It's yeah, it's impure. That's the right word. That's the best word for it. So we are having this thought that I would like to go and talk with that girl, but some thought will come that, I doing right thing, or am I just I don't know, am I just a playboy, or am I just, or even if you talk with anyone, like, you want to talk with the CEO, and then this thought will come, oh, am I just trying to use this guy? See this? So in even so now, then what will happen is that, even if you want to, like, it's coming from inside of you, that, okay, you want to talk with this CEO, and then you stop yourself because of these filters that you have. But what I have realized is that, if something is coming from inside of you, pure, it's always pure, regardless of what people will say. People will say shit, and it's okay. It's nothing wrong. They are saying what's coming inside from them, or maybe they are just using. They are saying based on their filters. So don't let their filters affect you. So essentially, the idea is to remove your filters. Obviously, it's very easy to say than to do, but that's all the practices are gearing to you towards removing filters. So something is coming from inside of you. You try and do it. I know that it's like, okay, you're walking on a street and you see this really cute girl and you want to talk. It's coming from inside of you and you want to talk with the girl. Probably not a good idea, because you are, probably, if you are not used to it, you will, nothing, I don't think anything bad will happen, but what you will get, even with a little rejection, like, even if she says no thanks, I'm not interested, you will make up a whole world inside you, that, oh my god, she rejected me, am I a bad person, is she saying that I'm something, I'm some impure being, rest of the world is pure, only you are impure. You start thinking like that. That's why I don't recommend, comes from inside, that it takes time and a lot of practice. That's why I start small. But essentially, the idea of this whole thing is to remove your filters, uh, remove your all the patterns that are blocking you from doing what's coming from the inside. This is the third thing: removing the filters. And what else? Let's see. It is, you can say that this is also going to lead towards spiritual growth. And what I mean by spiritual growth is not some magical thing, you'll start to see fairies, and you'll start moving objects with your energy. Nothing like that. What I mean by spiritual growth is the growth of you as a human being, like understanding yourself, understanding your weaknesses, understanding what motivates you, understanding what depresses you, and understanding yourself, understanding where you are lacking, understanding where you are not lacking, what are your strengths, what are your gifts, those kind of things. That is what I mean by spiritual growth. Now, one thing I recommend a lot to the men, to the boys, is you have to have men friends. It's really important to have men friends for you. You cannot be like, oh, I just want to make friends with the girls. What do I do with the boys? I'm not going to fuck the boys. So, what's the use? You cannot think like that. A lot of times you have this thing, if I have this man friend, he will also want to date the girl that I would want to date. It doesn't work like that. You don't have to, you just have to date one girl, right? You have to be in a relationship with one girl. There are like plenty of girls out there. So the reason it's important to have, a man should have other man friends. It's really important, as a camaraderie, they are your team, they are your homies. You need each other. You cannot survive alone. You need your buddies. When the time is tough, you need your man friends, and women friends also. 'cause yeah, you know that, right? You need women friends also. So you have to like, get over this stupid patterns that the society has taught us. It doesn't work. So my I'll tell you about myself. And I've been so bad. I've been so awkward socially. I was not able to talk with girls, and not with boys either. I have such shitty man friends in the beginning, like, who would just grew up in a very small town with like lots of conservative people. And everyone is taught about, they're thinking that, the universe is scarce, the resources are scarce, and that there's no abundance in life. But when you have this kind of thoughts, then obviously you're not going to have good relationships with other people, because you will just see them as competition. You will see the men as competition. But you have to, it's a process to come to the realization that the universe is abundant and there is no scarcity. And then, yeah, it takes a lot of hardships. It takes a lot of dying. What I mean by dying is that when you are doing spiritual growth, these patterns which you call our identity, it has almost become our identity. This thoughts that we resonate with so much, that are just being fed by the outside world. And to get rid of those patterns, it's almost like dying, because right now it's who we are, and then we destroy that so that new things could come up. It takes time, but it's just that we have to follow. Start small, do movement therapy, dance, yoga, and all those things that get you out of your mind, out of your thoughts, and moving the filters. What comes from inside is never impure, never ever impure. Don't judge, and don't judge yourself. And for men, it's really important to have men friends. Women, but it's I can talk more for men because I'm a man and I've gone through a lot of things. I can talk more about for the men. Happy to discuss with women also. And I would also like to say that I'm happy to take on one-on-one consultations. Right now it will be free of cost until I see that I'm actually able to provide real value. I don't know how long this free thing will go on. But yeah, I invite people to get on calls with me, one-on-one calls. I'll mostly take one call a day only. So I'll put up a form with this video where you can go through it and then fill it and yeah, let me know and I will reach out to you. If you have any questions, you can also comment on the video so that everyone gets help with your question. And if you want me to talk about something else in the video, also let me know about that. All right, thank you.